What's up, everybody? This is the Force of Nature, Spiritual Awakening, and tonight we will be discussing Sun squared Pluto and Synastry. So now, what Synastry is, it is a compatibility between two people. It shows you your love nature, the way that you express love for one another. It can be destructive, but it can also be pleasant. But it will show you the dynamics of the partnership. So, first, what we're going to do is explain what the sun is all about. The sun has to do with your identity, your self image, the way that people view you, the way that people look at you on the outside opposed to the inside. It really has to do with your personality and the way that you just act in everyday life. Now, Pluto is about crisis situations. It has to do with death, rebirth, transformation, hidden knowledge, the occult, astrology. It also has to do with taboo topics, just like astrology, things that people don't want to talk about or discuss. It has to do with sexuality and sex in general, pleasure, okay, threesomes, and all that type of stuff. But Pluto is can be a very destructive planet. It can tear things down, build it back up to tear it back down again, and it can also bring on addictions. All right. So now we are going to jump into this, but first I want to address what the square means in between these two planets. So anytime you have a square in between two planets, it means that the planets are in a sign or in signs that are not seeing eye to eye. They're definitely going to bump heads, and because of this will be a difficult aspect in your relationship. If you have the opposition, it's going to be that both planets are in opposite signs. For example, if it's the sun is in Cancer, then the Pluto is in Capricorn. So these partners are going to be looking at things from an opposite perspective. If it's a conjunction, that means that the planets are in the same exact sign. For example, if it was Taurus, it's going to be in Taurus. The sun's going to be in Taurus. Pluto's going to be in Taurus. Okay? However, it can also still bring this same damn effect to the table. But you could also blend very well at times. And if you have the easier aspects, which is the sector and the trine, then that's going to be that this area is not a difficult place for you. You guys blend very well, okay? And it'll be just really blissful, okay? So now we're going to jump right into this Sun square, Pluto, and Synastry. Okay, now first off, these men and women are going to feel absolutely drawn to one another, okay? I like to call this one the twin flame and the soulmate aspect, because this aspect would most likely be the most powerful aspect as far as intensity on all types of levels. All right. So this one is going to be very powerful to have if you have this with somebody. If you had this with somebody, this will be an unforgettable relationship, and it does bring to the table life lessons and extreme transformation. Okay, so these two want to see what each other is really about. Okay? They really want to know what's going on with the other person as far as their mind, as far as who they truly are deep down inside. The Pluto person wants to control, okay, and have ultimate control over the Sun person. The Pluto person can be highly influenced by the Sun person, may even want to move the sun person completely away. Okay, so now when I say move the sun person completely away, I mean like maybe even want to take the sun person out of the element, have them move out the state, out the country, okay? Take them to a foreign land, or even just take them out of their zone where they may be from, or where they just feel more normal at, okay? Home bases and stuff like that. So now, the Pluto person, okay, will feel the need to want to unlock the door to all of the past traumas, issues, and inner demons inside of the Sun person, okay? The Pluto person wants to really get down to the depth, really want to pull back those layers and really get underneath the surface to really uh, get to the Sun person down on the most deepest level that they can. They really want to tackle on issues, want to be able to know your strengths and your weaknesses. But now with the Sun person, also, it's going to be similar energy as far as that's concerned because they both want to know about each other and how each other's minds really work. Okay, and because of this, this can definitely bring on a lot of mind games. It could bring on to the table deception. Okay, you could be lied to, cheated on, taken advantage of. All right, things like that can go on in this relationship if you are moving on your lower vibration. Now, if you're moving on your higher vibration, okay, these guys won't resort to doing that, even though this can pop up. Okay, the men and women in the relationship, the Sun person or the Pluto person, was definitely going to have to be mature, okay, and be on the same page with that mind frame to really be able to want to love each other unconditionally, respect each other on an ultimate level. Okay, also with this placement, okay, this will be extreme, okay, and very hard for these men and women to not go against one another at times. Okay, Pluto wants ultimate control. Pluto wants to be able to really stop the Sun's movements, not wanting the Sun to be their selves. Now, the Sun person is definitely going to be the type of person that is very attractive, very charismatic, okay, very magnetic. A lot of people are going to also be drawn to the Sun person. So now what happens is that the Pluto person begins to feel threatened by the Sun person, okay, and wants to dim down that light, okay. However, this connection is a soul connection bond, okay. It is a powerful aspect to have. It's very magnetic, and it can even make you feel like it's a spell that's being taken place, or you're being spellbound. Okay, because the intensity of the deep love that goes on with these men and women is out of this world. It's almost like it's otherworldly. Okay. However, with this placement, okay, Pluto wants to really dig deep into who the Sun person really is. Okay, wants ultimate control, can even resort to manipulating the Sun person. Okay, going to great lengths, playing those mind games, getting up in your head. This can also just be a theme that goes on with inside this relationship. So you have to be careful, and you do need to be cautious. All right? Because if the Pluto person has negative aspects hitting their chart inside their own natal birth chart, okay, this is definitely where you're going to see this play out in this manipulating, mind game playing, and wanting to really ultimately control you and take advantage of the situation and really want to dim down that light. Also with this placement, the Sun person needs not to push the Pluto person too far, okay? Pushing them, provoking them is going to result in extreme confrontations, arguments, fights can go on and take place, okay? Pluto is a very dark planet. Pluto is about destroying things, okay, and tearing it the fuck down. So Pluto is not going to like it if the Sun person is constantly provoking them, constantly pushing them and driving them towards taking on those actions, because Pluto is all about that life. Pluto is all about coming to the surface, coming at you full force, okay, and exposing who the fuck you are, your truth, your demons, and everything else. Everything that's hidden, Pluto wants to fucking fuck with, okay? This relationship can very much be obsessive, okay? This could be a very obsessive relationship. The Sun person is drawn to the Pluto person, however, okay? The Sun person is drawn to the Pluto person because the Pluto person is very much mysterious and alluring. Okay, it's a mystery that lies with the Pluto person. And the Sun person is Like, they can't even resist the Pluto person. It's very difficult for them. Pluto is drawn to the sun's attraction and radiance. Okay? The sun person, it doesn't have to be a woman, because it could be a woman or a man, it doesn't even matter. But whoever the sun person is, they have an aura about them, have a beauty to them, okay? And a lot of times what happens in this relationship, Pluto becomes insecure. Pluto feels like, I don't want nobody to come and interrupt what we have going on. So what ends up happening, Pluto begins to build up the fears, builds up the insecurities with inside their selves, inside their minds, okay? And then this is where you'll see the sun person and the Pluto person bumping heads, going back and forth. All right. The sun wants to be its true, authentic self all the time, and Pluto wants to stop that. Now, in this relationship, this is definitely a relationship where life lessons will be taught to you. Okay. Pluto is going to teach the sun life lessons that they will always remember and never be able to forget. But now Pluto's also going to be transformed in the process also. Now, they can be transformed for the better if the relationship breaks down and dies. It can be for the better, but it also can be for the worse, because they both could look at it as a great loss, as something that was so beautiful, so intimate, so passionate, so fiery, so romantic. It can also end up being very much destructive and unpleasant. So, with this placement, you just got to take caution, okay? Because these men and women do come together on a soul bond connection, okay? In this partnership, these men and women very much feel like this is their ultimate soulmate. They feel like they can really communicate with this person because they opened up to them so freely, and they both did this. It wasn't just one opening up and the other one being closed. They both opened up on that deep, intimate level where they can be very much passionate and sensual and sexual, okay? They both feel like each other is very sexy, and they want to be around each other, and they want that love, and they want that unconditional love. This is what this partnership is about. The problem is that in this relationship, the two people, the Sun, Pluto people, can bring out the dark side to one another. Okay? And this is what they can be prone to do. Excuse me. They can really go back and forth with one another and just really want to pick at each other, expose each other's truths, might even do this in public if they get annoyed, aggravated, and agitated. Okay, a lot of hurt feelings can take place within this partnership, even though it can be highly successful. Okay, now just because this is a soulmate, okay, connection, union, and just because it's a twin flame connection and union, does not mean that you will not be tested, okay? Does not mean that lessons are not going to be learned, because they damn sure are. Whenever you are with your soulmate or with your twin flame, it does not mean that you're going to be blissful and everything's going to be fucking great all the goddamn time, because that's not real shit. Real shit is conquering over the hard times and getting over difficult times and obstacles. Climb those mountains together, okay? Whatever comes your way. That is what a real fucking bond is. Because if everything is always good, you never know what the fuck they would do if shit got bad. So this is why a soul connection, a soul mate, a soul bond is going to be based on being able to really be stable together and push through any obstacle that comes your way. That's what a soulmate is. If you didn't know, you know it today. Also, with this placement, this does open up the opportunity, okay, for these men and women to experience, okay, real true love, unconditional love, all right, to the highest octave, all right. Both people need to avoid explosive episodes, lying, cheating, trying to control one another, playing mind games, okay. They really need to stay clear of deceiving one another. Okay, what these men and women need to do is be fully honest with one another on whatever it is. Okay, be truthful, because when you're not truthful and when you keep things hidden, this is where this relationship can become very much destructive, even possessive. Okay, this is also a possessive, jealous placement, okay, that can go on and take place. So you need to be cautious. Also, with this placement, okay, they do warn you about this relationship, because it is about fire and desire and passion, and really connecting with somebody on that ultimate level. What it warns you about is that it can also be dangerous. It can also be a fatal attraction, okay? Because what's going on here is that their feelings, okay, is very much emotionally linked to one another. So it goes beyond the physical, where some aspects has to just be based off of physical and how you look, and you look good and you fucked me good. This is everything all as a whole, everything all as one. So what's going to happen with this placement is it goes beyond the physical. It goes all the way down to your fucking soul. And this is why this placement is very much unforgettable. You can't forget this person. I don't give a damn if you don't even like them today. You still know who they was, and you ain't going to forget shit, because you learned shit from their ass. You learned how to move, even if they did you dirty. You learned that, you know what? This is what I'm not going to do ever again. Or this is what I'm not going to deal with ever again. You're going to learn something from it. All right? These men and women really need to learn how to compromise, okay? And be mature. All right? This is about womaning up and manning up. Coming into yourself, coming into your own. Be who you need to be in your relationship. Be devoted, be dedicated, be loyal, be honest. You see what I'm saying? Also, with this level, okay, on their highest vibration, these men and women can really experience unconditional love to the highest octane, which I already said, and transformation, which I also already said. All right. They really need to do that in order to fully be able to completely experience this full-blown intensity that can be very well blended if both partners are willing and able to really come to a common ground. Okay, these two are strongly into each other's minds. They are open with one another. They don't have to say a word, because the other person is very much in tune with them. So they can really know what they are thinking and how they are feeling, and they're not even communicating it. They can pick up the energy. This is how intense this placement is. If you have this with somebody, this shit is the truth, okay? But like I said before, you got to be careful, and you need to be aware. You need to be alert, and you need to fully understand and grasp what is going on here. You need to understand that this bond is very much solid, okay? Very hard to be broken, even though it can be broken, all right? It will be linked to lessons, okay? Also, these men and women can very well also really just need to figure out what they really want in their life, in their relationships, okay? Because what this can absolutely do is make the men and women absolutely drawn to the person to a high level. They can even be addicted to this person and feeling like this person is their full-blown drug, okay? You know how you dealt with somebody and you can't stop fucking with them? This is that placement. You keep on going back to them because you are absolutely addicted to them. Okay, you feel like a spell has been put on you, placed on you, and you can't shake it. This is what happens with this placement. Okay, another thing. All right, the depth and the intensity of the emotions can never be denied in this pairing. This is much more than just physical. Okay, it has to do with the emotional, and this is also, on top of all of this, this is also a spiritual connection. And it is also a problematic and profound bond. So this is very much linked to connections, bonds, spirituality, all right, communicating, being able to express love on the most deepest level, being able to trust, being able to love, being able to fully care for somebody, okay, be there for somebody. This is all linked to this. Now, if this relationship ultimately broke down and wasn't there anymore, now the Pluto person is going to be very much, absolutely devastated. Okay, the Pluto person is going to be devastated because you remember that Pluto is about the control, and Pluto wants to run the show. So if this relationship died and just uh, went to fucking ashes, Pluto's gonna be absolutely devastated, very emotionally distraught. Okay, their mind could be a little fucked up over the whole relationship dynamic and how everything played out. So just know that. Now, the sun person will also feel a way, but it's going to be more intensified on the emotional level with the Pluto person, okay? Also, with this placement, this can be aesthetic as well as devastating, okay? To recognize the nature of this aspect, all right? So now, this aspect, in order to master it, all right, you need to really just come to grips and know what you are dealing with in the relationship. You need to know who your partner is all the way through, which you will know, especially in this placement. But you need to not provoke one another, and you need not to just come to the table with a whole bunch of unaddressed issues. Bring anything that you're going through. If it was something in your past, bring it up to the surface so that y'all can just sit down and discuss it. Okay, when you repress feelings and withhold information, things like that, that opens up a door for deception and somebody to feel like you betrayed them, that you wasn't being truthful and you wasn't being honest. Things can arise and pop up. People can find shit out from other people if you're not being fucking 100 with them. All right, so now this is all I'm going to say about this placement for now. In future videos to come, I will be going more into depth into this placement. All right, so please be sure to check out my online store. It is Grimy Gear at www.grimygear.com. If you need a caterer, be sure to hit me up. I am the chef goddess also at supremeroyalcatering@gmail.com. If you need my husband to do any work to your home, swimming pool, or business, he does an amazing job. His business is Steve's Handy Helpers, and you can reach him at aronnesbitt90@gmail.com. So, if you need me to analyze your birth chart and break it down for you so you can fully understand and grasp, it will be $70. And if you need a Synastry chart or a Composite chart, it will be $90. So, this has been a Force of Nature, Spiritual Awakening. Love is love. Peace and blessings to you all. And I will see you on the next one.